Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna read this book called Judy Blume, #1 New York Times best-selling author, and it's called Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing. We're gonna read the Fudge books. So we're gonna read the back. This Fudge isn't so sweet. Two is a crowd when Peter and his little brother Fudge are in the same room. Grown-ups think Fudge is absolutely adorable, but Peter and his pet turtle, Dribble, know the truth. From throwing temper tantrums to smearing mashed potatoes on the wall, Fudge causes mischief whenever he goes. As a kid, Judy Blume was my favorite author, and Tales of Fourth Grade Nothing was my favorite book. So, let's read the chapters first. So, there is actually for Larry. What's it called? Yeah, I'm just gonna skip that. And the author's notes. Readers are always asking what happens to Fudge when he grows up. I tell them Fudge will never grow up. He doesn't have to because he's a fictional character. And besides, he wouldn't be the human hurricane then. The little brother who drives his older brother Peter totally crazy with his embarrassing songs, antics, and much more. For years, I've heard from readers, both young and grown up, about Fudge. I love that. I love that Fudge's first readers are now parents sharing these books with their kids. And that kids are still finding the books on their own. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, that means more to a writer than knowing the characters you've created have taken on lives of their own and are remembered by generations of readers. Let me take you back to the beginning and tell you how all of this happened. When I began to write, our babysitter, Willie Mae Bartlett, brought me an article from the newspaper about a toddler who swallowed a tiny baby turtle. Willie Mae thought the story might inspire me, and it certainly did. I sat down and wrote a picture book called Peter, Fudge, and Dribble. I submitted my manuscript to several publishers, but they all rejected it. Two editors wrote personal notes saying they found the story funny, but one was concerned that it will lead to small children swallowing turtles, and the other found it too unbelievable to publish. A few years later, my first agent submitted the story to Ann Durrell, editor of children's books at E.P. Dutton. And Ann liked my story, but she suggested, instead of a picture book, I considered writing a chapter book about the Hatcher family. I loved her idea, That summer, I wrote the book, basing the character of Fudge on my son Larry when he was a toddler. Though he never swallowed a turtle, he did eat the sand cupcakes his older sister made for him, and that was just the beginning. I proudly sent the finished manuscript to my agent, but after she'd read it, she said, "I don't think this is anything like what Anne had in mind." I was stunned and asked her to show it to Anne anyway. She did. Anne liked the manuscript and offered to publish it just as it was. It's the only book I've ever written that I didn't revise at least 5 times. I was ecstatic. At the end, I couldn't come up with a title and finally sent Anne a list of 20 possibilities, among them Tales of a 4th grade nothing. That's the one Anne chose. I'm internally grateful to Anne for seeing the possibilities in Fudge, and to Penguin for enthusiastically publishing the book, and most of all to my readers who have laughed with Fudge and grown with Peter from the beginning. So, as Fudge would say, 100 million trillion thanks. Your friend, Judy. So, I want to think about this book of how this author is telling you, like, he's trying to like make books and like to make like his, what is it called, his agent. But after she read it and she thought that is not anything that Anne had in mind. He was stunned to hear that, but he still let Anne read it, and she did like it. So think about it. I want you guys to write in the comments. You might think I wouldn't see the comments, but I have a new computer, blah 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 blah, and I want you to tell me, what does the author feel like when he wrote his first book? Tales of a 4th grade nothing. Please tell me in the comments what you think the author feels like right now. Is he feeling like excited to what is it called? Offered. Sorry, like so she's gonna like, I don't know, publish send like stuff. Is he gonna be like excited? Is he gonna be a little worried? Is he gonna be unsure? But you don't have to do that question because I have 2 questions. So if you want to answer both of them, you could. So what do you think will happen in this book? It's called Tales of a 4th grade nothing. So what do you think will happen? He has a pet turtle in the background, in the in this cover, and Peter, I think this is Peter, like whacking his face like, oh, he's like that, right? Maybe like think about it, read the title and think about the cover. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, smash that like button in the face, and I'll see you next time. Adios.